Here is today's Hacker News Daily for Friday, July 17th. Yesterday's biggest thread was Kimi's announcement of Kimi K3, a 2.8 trillion parameter, open-weight frontier model with native vision, a 1 million token context window, and full weights promised by July 27th. The article claims K3 is the first Open 3 T-class model and ranks behind only Claude Fable 5 and GPT-5.6 Sol in its evaluations. Hacker News immediately zeroed in on the economics and the missing details. One top commenter noted that pricing is $3 per million input tokens and $15 per million output tokens, roughly in line with Anthropic's Sonnet pricing, which felt high for a Chinese open-weight model, but plausible if the benchmarks hold. The disagreement was familiar. Is this truly open or just open weights? And are the benchmark claims meaningful before the technical report lands? One comment captured the pace of the moment. I really need to finish my automated model evaluation harness. I can't keep up with this pace. The vibe was impressed, but tired and skeptical in equal measure. The second story was pure internet archaeology. Microsoft open-sourced Comic Chat, the 1990s IRC client that turned conversations into comic panels and helped launch Comic Sans into the world. The discussion was overwhelmingly nostalgic. Several commenters said it was their first introduction to IRC or even to the internet itself, with one writing, "I was just a kid poking around in System32 directory and found mscat.x. It opened a whole new world." The thread focused on memories, the GitHub repo, retro computing possibilities, and, inevitably, Comic Sans discourse. The main disagreement was less technical and more about Microsoft itself. Some users complained about access problems on Microsoft's blog, while others pushed back that it worked fine for them. The overall vibe was delighted, goofy, and surprisingly warm toward a strange old product. The third lively thread was Decoy Font, a typeface experiment that shows one message up close and another from farther away, with the goal of confusing AI vision systems reading screenshots. Commenters liked the optical trick, but were unconvinced by the security pitch. Several people tested it and said Claude or ChatGPT could read both the decoy and hidden text without much trouble. Others raised accessibility concerns, especially around screen readers and copy-paste behavior. The central disagreement was whether this is a practical anti-AI privacy tool or just a clever visual demo. The sharpest summary came from one commenter. Is it useful? No. Does it stop AI from reading it? Also no. But is it cool? Yes, it is very cool. The vibe was amused, but not fooled. The fourth story was Google renaming Notebook LM to Gemini Notebook, while adding deeper Gemini integration and a secure cloud computer that can execute code for source-grounded analysis. The product news interested people, but the discussion was dominated by Google naming fatigue. Some thought the new name made obvious sense, especially now that Notebook LM appears inside Gemini. Others immediately invoked killed by Google and worried that another rename is a step toward confusion or eventual shutdown. One frustrated user wrote, "If you rename or kill another thing, I will stop using any Google service I still use." The vibe was cautiously interested in the tool, but deeply distrustful of Google's product lifecycle. The broader trend is that Hacker News is judging AI announcements less by headline capability and more by trust mechanics: weights, pricing, evils, accessibility, product continuity, and whether a tool works outside the demo. At the same time, the Comic Chat thread shows a hunger for software that feels playful and human-scaled, not just optimized and rebranded. Thank you for listening to Hacker News Daily from the Daily FM. See you tomorrow.